Hello and welcome to more The Legend of Zelda, the Minish Cap. Today we are going to go inside this place right here, our next dungeon. But first, Eslo, talk to me, man. Is your chatterbox broken? We haven't heard from you in ages. Creepy ruin standing on the far side of Castor Wilds. Maybe that's where the ancient people who guarded the element used to live. That element is sure to be protected by traps inside those ancient ruins. Link, be careful. Alright guys, let's go inside and see if we can find ourselves the wind element in the Fortress of Winds. A place with some very spooky music. So, first thing we get in here, we've got a lot of weird crud that we can't do anything with, but we do have a bunch of different doors to choose from. There's those two doors there, there's one, and over here we even have a fourth door. Although this one is kind of blocked off, but we do have a new enemy. These guys are kind of dangerous if you don't know what to do about them. They do half a heart of damage like that, but we got a tip from the Swordsman newsletter a while back. Throw your boomerang at these guys, and you will get a fairy. That will heal you for 4 hearts. So basically, even if these guys hit you like 8 times, you just throw a boomerang, you get healed back up. They will always drop that fairy. So we've got a heart piece over there. We can't get to that right now, so let's just move on. And let's go check out, let's start from the left, guys. Let's go take door number 1 all the way over here. So in we go. And we're gonna have some skulls in the ground. To think the ruins were hidden within this cliff the whole time. Watch your step, Link. There may be traps in here. Alright, but we've got these skulls. These are basically like pots. You can swat at them, and right there we're gonna get some hearts. So in this place, skulls equals pots pretty much. And we've got another new enemy. These are some blue Stalfos, and these guys are kind of a pushover. Once again, from the newsletter, we got some information on how to deal with these guys. So there's a couple things we could do. We could use the Gust Jar, if I can get to them. We can use the Gust Jar to pull their heads right off, and once the head is off, we can launch it back at them. The body will just wander around aimlessly, or we could use the cane to launch like that, and you can see they are kind of a joke. They're also vulnerable to the boomerang. We could use our bow, we could use bombs. Almost everything that we have can defeat these guys, so they are kind of a joke. I guess since we have the cane out, we might as well use it a little bit to flip over some of these skulls. Here we go. Now on the left there, we've got a little eye. I mean, to me it looks like an eye at least. So what we're going to do is whip out the bow, launch it at it, and that'll open up that door. So let's go right on through. And over here, suddenly butt heads! This is a perfect time for the Gust Jar. There's a whole bunch of these guys. I want to deal with all these at once if I can. Didn't actually manage to get them all in one go. That's kind of unfortunate. There we go. And just like that, Gust Jar destroys these guys. And once the head is gone, one swing takes him down. So, we got that room defeated. Unfortunately, no treasure chest for that one. Treasure chests are kind of weird in this area. We'll get to that. But some treasure chests in this zone don't show up on the map even after we get the compass, which is kind of evil. Why did I get Pegasus boots? I meant to get my boomerang here. We'll come back to that guy. And as usual, whenever there are rupees on the ground, you want to be careful because usually one of them is going to be a rupee-like. In this case, just a green one, so not too big of a deal. Let's go ahead and throw the thing at this guy. Get him! Yeah, let's get that fairy. I could fill my bottle with more fairies, but I think one's enough. I still haven't died and had to use it. So let's go ahead and make sure none of these are dangerous. Well, I already know the red one is the dangerous one, but we can just stun that guy and deal with him very easily. Just like that. And let's grab it. The main danger with those guys is not taking your time to check all the rupees on the floor, because if they actually do grab you, the red ones will always steal at least 20. If you're slow, they might steal 40 or even like 60 rupees, so you really have to be careful with those guys. Green ones, not so much. I mean, at worst, they're going to get like 2 or 3 probably. Okay, let's go on through here. Give me lots of arrows, which is good because we are going to need those. We're going to have to hit some more eyes on the wall, but this time, we've got to do it while moving. So that's going to complicate things a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and do this top room first. So I'm going to try to get these 2 while moving. There's one. And there's the second one. Actually, was able to do that while stopped because it stopped right at the right spot. So we're going to have some skulls on the side. I guess I could break those. But we're going to have to hit these 2 switches, and we have to get the exact right thing on the split right here to do that. So we have to get both of the left ones or both of the right ones. Either way will work, but obviously if we just step on the ones right next to each other, we won't be spread out enough. So just like that. Let's go step on them, and these guys are going to wake up. We can't use our bow while we're split like this. We have to press R to cancel it. And now let's see if we can deal with these guys. So we have to shoot them in the eye multiple times, so we can get lined up properly. Thankfully, they are quite slow, so as long as we have lots of room to work with, it's not too bad. There's one, and we got him. And they dropped lots of arrows. It looks like 55 arrows, but it's just 5 twice. And here we will get the compass, which I was kind of talking about just a minute ago. So let's go take a look at the, well, we don't really have the full map, but you can see there's a lot of treasure chests in this area in Fortress of Winds, but there's a few that do not show up on here. So probably in the next episode, because I like to split my dungeons into 2 parts, but yeah, in the next episode we'll probably be showing off some treasure chests that are very sneaky and don't show up on the map for some reason. I think that's the only time in the entire game that happens. I don't know how that happened. I don't know if it's a development oversight, if there's some reason why they just didn't mark them on the map, but that's a thing. So we hit those eyes, and let's go in here now. Got some ropes to deal with. Kind of a weird slew of enemies in the Fortress of Winds. We've got ropes. We had spiked choo-choos. I've always mixed up those names, but just lots of random crud. So we got to be careful right here. If we fall in this hole, it'll take us all the way back down to the bottom floor, and we'll have to start working our way back up here. So what I want to do is push these blocks. Obviously can't do it as just one link here. And also you have to line them up the correct way. So for example, if we went like this, it's not going to work because they're not both pushing it. So we have to actually line them up top to bottom here. Got to match the orientation of the block. And that will matter because we are going to have to switch to pushing upwards here in a minute. So we'll push this one to the right, and then we'll push this one to the left, I guess. Why not? And what that does is it makes a 2-spot gap here. So now we have to go left and right, and that way we can push it up as well. So there we go. Let's walk on over, and let's push this guy up. Just like that. And now we've got a little lever right here, so let's go grab that crud. We're done with our clone. Now, after we grab this, it will drop a key all the way down, so I guess we're going to go ahead and chase it, see a bunch of enemies we already killed. So yeah, we could walk back down, take it nice and slow, or we could just take the fast path and just jump down there. Did something just fall down, or was it just my imagination? No, it definitely happened. The key that was gigantic, I guess technically it's a small key, but small keys in the world of Zelda are almost the size of me. So it's like half the size of a child, basically. Imagine you have a key the size of someone's leg. That's basically what this key is, so I don't know why they call it small. But yeah, it fell right in front of our eyes, Eslo. It's kind of hard to miss. So with that, I'm going to now go into this door. Basically, I'll just tell you guys, through this one, kind of like the main way, we're going to have to get 2 keys before we go that way. We just got one of them, and the second key is going to be through door number 3 right here. So let's go get that key next. We've also got a small hole right here, which we can't go through until we're Minish size. So I'll have to figure that crud out. Well, let's go up here. Gonna get my boomerang back out to deal with this little dude. There we go. Get ourselves some crud, why not? And yeah, sometimes Stalfos will hide out. And jump right in the pit, dude. But yeah, sometimes they'll hide his skulls. Really not that big of a deal, especially if they're just gonna do that for me. All right. So let's go grab ourselves a blue kinstone piece. We can go grab the left lever right here if we want. Why not? That'll open up the door, but I also want to go grab this one and see what that does. This one will give us the chest. I don't know, it's not even that secret. The lever's just kind of chilling there. It'd make more sense if you had to choose right and like one of them was actually an enemy or something bad, but there's really no reason not to just pull both of them. So over here you can see some new enemies. I'm going to save the nameplate until we can actually fight these guys, so just, we'll deal with them later. Over here we've got a chest we can't get to, so let's go up that ladder. Getting a good workout going up and down all these stairs and ladders and crud in this dungeon. Kill off that guy. And deal with this guy as well. Honestly, this is probably one of the easiest dungeons in the game in terms of just not dying, because as long as you know that you can kill those guys with... Ow, crud! As long as you know you could just deal with those guys with your boomerang and get the fairy, you're basically always getting these heals. Like, everyone you kill is 4 hearts, and you're probably not going to be taking that much damage as you go. Even if you're playing the game for the first time, you're probably not going to take 4 full hearts of damage between each of those guys. So here we've got some buttons to press. So we want to go as wide as possible. This one on the left, plus the one all the way on the right here. Because we do have a guy we have to get inside his head and turn him on, but we can't do that right now. One thing I do want to point out, guys, if you walk the clone into a wall, they'll actually vanish, so you have to be very careful about that, crud. That will matter more in the future, where you have to walk through some really tight areas, but it's not too bad right now. Thankfully, if you walk the main one into the wall, it doesn't work, or it doesn't kill it, so that's good. Yeah, let's go right up here, get that, and we're done with you, clone. Get out of here. Let's go up, go down to Minish size, and thankfully we can walk through the door even as Minish size right here. So let's go back. And let's go over, because over this way we do have to turn this guy on, but there's also a little side area we can take right here if we wanted to go back to big size. I actually don't really want to do that, though, as you'll see. Well, okay, I do want to do it, but I want to be Minish before we drop down the hole, and you'll see why. But I guess for now we're going to have to go back to full size just to actually kill this dude. You gotta be careful with these guys, because when we hit them, it's going to knock us back, and if we get knocked into the hole, that is not good. So I'm being very careful with where I actually attack this guy from. Here we go. Wow, he drops a blue kinstone piece. There you go, dude. I mean, even though I have so many blue ones. But yeah, right there. So that'll drop the key. And we can't pick up the key while we're Minish size. But you can see there is that little Minish hole at the bottom right. So I do want to go inside there as Minish size. So let's go ahead and take this. And let's drop down there. You could drop down, grab the key first, and then work your way all the way back up here. But you'll see that's kind of a waste of time. Because what we can do instead is just go right through here as Minish size. And now we can actually just go back to big size right here. Grab the heart piece, which is awesome because this is actually the 4th heart piece. So this will bring us up to 10. So we are now officially at 10 full hearts, dude. There we go. And from this side, we actually can push one of these blocks. We can push this one. This one? There we go. Got to push it down, I guess. And now we can go back around and still pretty easily go and grab that key. So there we go. So that's why it's definitely better to drop down while you're Minish size rather than dropping down while you're big. Okay, so with that, let's go ahead and go through the main door here. Might as well kill these, even though they're just hearts. Don't really need those right now because we've been getting so many fairies for free. My cat's actually in the room right now and she is staring at me. I'm going to use my cane for this one because they're a bit more spread out. If they're more spread, then the Ghost Jar is not quite as good. Although still quite good. These guys are also pretty easy to deal with because they kind of like telegraph their attack a lot. Another thing you can do is just charge up a spin attack right here and just hit them on the way down like that. You don't have to knock their head off. It's just, you know, it's cool that we have the option to use some different items rather than just our sword all the time. So I kind of like to do that. Now down here, we've got a button. If we press that, a chest appears. And we can make the jingle play over and over. Okay, I'll stop. But we can't really do anything with that right now. If we go up the ladder, we are completely blocked off. So let's go back down, and we're going to go to the north and to the left as well. I can't remember if these are just hearts. They're not. Okay, so let's go ahead and kill those and maybe get some goodies. Lots of arrows. Just so many arrows, which we actually do need, because we are going to have some Igors right here. Let's go ahead and shoot that guy. I don't even need to kill him. I'm just going to roll under him if I can. And let's go up and grab ourselves another big chest. This one is the map. So we've got the dungeon map now. So I guess we can go take a look at the full dungeon right here. So we've got the map, we've got the compass now. So you can see this floor kind of meant to look like a skull. Down here, I don't know if that's meant to be like the teeth of the skull or if it's just a bunch of rooms. And I don't know. I always imagine like this is a crown, then this is the head, and then this is the teeth or something. I don't know, man, but that's kind of how I envision it. Let's jump down there instead of taking the ladder, or the stairs. Kill these guys off. You know what, let's finish them with an arrow, why not? Just like that. And now we've got 2 doors to choose from. Left or right, we've got 2 keys, so we're good. But I'm going to go with the left path first. I think this is the far better one to go with. So that's what we're going to do. We just got to ride this platform and watch out for the blocks, because they'll push us right into that hole. I don't want to be pushing in no gosh dang hole, dude. Go through here. And we got to be very careful, because there is a new enemy here. And it is one of the most dreaded enemies in the game. These guys, if they do grab you, will take you all the way back to the start of the dungeon. You're not going to be at risk of dying, but they are super inconvenient. So, yeah, they are just annoying. But thankfully, you can one-shot them with an arrow. So as long as you've got your bow out, these guys are not too bad. You just got to be careful. If you see the big shadow, get that crud out of the way. We'll hit those 2 little targets. We're good to go. Smack that crud, and smack that crud. And let's move on. Okay, we've got ourselves an empty room. I'm sure nothing dangerous will happen here at all. All right, let's see what we got. Let's go ahead and kill these off. And if we try to leave, suddenly butt heads. We've got ourselves another Darknut. This one looks a little bit different from the one we fought before, but it's the same enemy pretty much. Now, I'm going to try to fight this guy with sword and shield. Instead of using any kind of cheesy bomb tactics, I want to show you guys what we can do. So we can just wait, we can block his attack, and we can actually roll through them just like that. Boom, hit him in the back. Ow, crud. So let's block, roll through. Oh gosh, oh gosh. Roll through, get him in the back. Oh gosh, I keep forgetting to put my shield up. Okay, block him. Just like that. Should almost have him. And there we go, 4 swings and down they go. So if you do want to fight them with sword and shield, you can definitely do that. Honestly, you could probably fight them with just your sword, just dodge through and hit them. Yeah, you can just manually dodge the attacks. Just don't be where his sword is. But I just find using the shield a lot more convenient. Get a couple more rupees right there. So even though we defeated the mid-boss of the dungeon, we don't get a dungeon item. So that's kind of unfortunate. But we do get to deal with some green traps right here. So So these guys will just keep going in a square or a rectangle, whatever. We'll hit that crud. That'll open up the door. And now we can move on. Let's go down. And actually, there is going to be a dungeon item, but for some reason, the game hides it in a very weird spot. So instead of getting it after that guy, there's actually a secret wall right here. So let's go ahead and use a bomb. And we're going to go ahead and blow up this item. So I don't know why they put it here instead of after the crud, instead of after the mid-boss, but here we've got ourselves a new dungeon item, and this one is the Mole Mitt. Dig, dig, dig to your heart's content. Now we can finally dig. Oh gosh, cat jumping down on my computer mouse. Okay, I'm just gonna dig real quick. Leave me alone, kitty. Don't step on the keyboard, dude. Let's dig through all this crud right here. Now, you don't have to dig through all this, but it's just so satisfying. I gotta do it, man. I don't think we can get any items to drop from this or anything like that, but what I actually want to do is work my way over to this chest. But let's clear this room out first. We got a brand new digging item. We have to put it to big use. Okay. And we got ourselves 100 rupees. How exciting. But with that, guys, as usual, after getting the dungeon item for the dungeon, I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up here for today. We'll go back next time, and we will finish off the Fortress of Winds. I'll see you guys then. Take care. Cat, she's drinking my water, you crud!